Have you noticed it's harder to read the newspaper than it used to be? Maybe you need a brighter lamp just to see the words clearly. Or when you're at the grocery store, the price tags look blurry unless you hold them at arm's length. And perhaps the most painful moment of all, you lean in to see your grandchild's face, and it doesn't look as sharp as you remember. This isn't just frustrating. For many people over 60, it's a sign of cataracts or other age-related vision problems. According to the National Institutes of Health, more than 37 million Americans over 50 are already living with some form of vision loss, and the number is expected to keep climbing. Here's the hard truth. When your eyesight fades, so does your independence. Driving becomes unsafe. Reading medication labels turns into a daily struggle. Even simple things like watching TV or recognizing a loved one across the room can slip away. But I want you to stay with me because there's hope. In just a moment, I'll reveal 3 everyday foods that research shows can protect your eyes, slow down cataracts, and even sharpen your vision naturally. As we get older, our eyes go through changes that are hard to ignore. Cataracts cloud the lens, making everything look hazy and dull. Macular degeneration can blur the center of your vision, leaving you unable to recognize faces. For many seniors, diabetic retinopathy quietly damages the small blood vessels in the retina, leading to spots, floaters, or even permanent blindness. The real struggle isn't just what happens inside the eye. It's how it affects your daily life. You sit down to read the newspaper, but the letters smear together. You open a pill bottle and can't make out the dosage clearly, which can be dangerous. Driving at night feels unsafe because headlights blind you, so you avoid going out after dark. Even simple things like enjoying a crossword puzzle or reading your mail start to feel exhausting. According to MedlinePlus, cataracts are one of the most common causes of vision loss in older adults. They don't just steal clarity, they steal confidence. Imagine not being able to read your doctor's instructions without asking for help, or hesitating to walk outside because you can't see the curb clearly. Let me ask you, have you ever had to squint just to read a grocery label, or stopped driving at night because the glare was too much? If so, you're not alone. And in the next part, we'll look at why these problems happen and what's really behind so much age-related vision loss. When doctors look closely at why vision fades after 60, one issue comes up again and again: your tiny blood vessels. These delicate capillaries inside the eye carry oxygen and nutrients to the retina and the macula, the parts that give you sharp vision. As we age, those vessels weaken. They can leak, swell, or even close off. Without steady circulation, your eye tissues starve, and the result is cloudy vision, glare, or blind spots that don't go away with new glasses. Think about it this way. If those vessels can't deliver oxygen, the retina struggles to process what you see. That's why colors look faded, words blur, and lights feel too bright. It's not just getting older, it's real physical damage happening quietly over time. And here's the part that worries researchers. Once those vessels are damaged, the body sometimes tries to grow new ones, but they're weak and unstable. They leak more fluid, causing swelling that makes vision even worse. That's how many cases of cataracts and macular degeneration progress faster than people expect. But here's the hopeful side. Certain everyday foods contain natural compounds that can strengthen these vessels, calm the inflammation, and slow down this damage. In just a moment, I'll share the first food that can do exactly that. The first food group that deserves a spot on every senior's plate is leafy greens. Kale, spinach, and watercress may look simple, but for aging eyes, they're powerful. They're rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 nutrients that settle right into the macula, the part of your eye that controls central vision. According to the National Institutes of Health, these compounds filter harmful blue light and support healthy retinal function,
lowering the risk of cataracts and macular degeneration.
1 cup of watercress gives you vitamin A, which your body uses to make rhodopsin, a pigment in the retina that helps you see in dim light. Kale is another star. Just a single serving can provide about 25 milligrams of lutein and zeaxanthin, similar to what you'd find in many eye health supplements. Spinach and kale also give you vitamin K, which supports blood vessel strength, and vitamin C, which boosts circulation.
Broccoli adds something special, sulforaphane. Researchers have found it can calm irritation and reduce the kind of cell damage that builds up in aging eyes. MedlinePlus explains that this damage is one of the main reasons vision problems get worse with age, and broccoli helps fight it.
I once worked with Arnold, a 73-year-old who had stopped driving at night because of glare and blurriness. He agreed to add kale and broccoli to his meals 3 or 4 times a week. After 3 months, he told me, "I can read street signs again. Not perfectly, but better than I have in years."
Have you tried adding greens like kale or spinach to your meals? If so, what's your favorite way to eat them? And let me ask you this, what leafy green do you find yourself eating most often during the week? Share it in the comments, because your ideas might help someone else. That's the power of consistency. You don't need a plate full of kale at every meal. Just adding these greens a few times a week can give your eyes the nutrients they've been missing. And in the next part, we'll look at colorful vegetables, red, orange, and yellow, that can repair even more of the damage aging does to your vision. Brightly colored vegetables aren't just pretty on your plate. They're packed with nutrients that directly protect aging eyes. Red bell peppers are one of the best examples. Per calorie, they carry more vitamin C than oranges. Vitamin C strengthens the tiny capillaries in your retina, the vessels that feed oxygen to light-sensitive cells.
According to the National Eye Institute, keeping these capillaries intact is critical for preventing vision loss. Tomatoes add another layer of protection. Their red color comes from lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that reduces oxidative stress. Studies highlighted by the NIH show that lycopene may lower the risk of cataracts and slow the progression of macular degeneration. Tomatoes are easy to work into daily meals, whether raw in a salad, cooked into pasta sauce, or sliced on a sandwich.
Carrots deliver beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A. This nutrient is essential for a healthy cornea and for seeing in low light. MedlinePlus notes that vitamin A deficiency is directly linked to night blindness, and carrots are a reliable source seniors can enjoy every day.
Linda, 69, was a patient who avoided vegetables and preferred sweets. Her early cataracts were beginning to affect her reading. Instead of a major diet overhaul, she started with half a cup of cooked carrots, a handful of cherry tomatoes, and slices of red bell pepper each day. 3 months later, she reported that she no longer needed her reading glasses for simple tasks like checking recipes. Each color brings something unique: red for lycopene, orange for beta-carotene, yellow and orange for lutein and zeaxanthin. Together, they form a team that protects blood vessels, retina, and macula. And the best part is, they're already in every grocery store, ready to be used. Next, let's talk about one fruit that surprises almost everyone: strawberries.
Strawberries may look like a sweet treat, but for seniors, they are far more than dessert. These berries contain ellagic acid, a natural compound that helps prevent the growth of weak abnormal blood vessels inside the eye. The National Institutes of Health points out that fragile new vessels are one of the main reasons vision loss progresses in older adults. By calming that process, strawberries protect the retina from swelling and bleeding.
They're also rich in flavonoids. These plant compounds calm inflammation and protect eye vessels from damage caused by high blood sugar. That's especially important for older adults living with diabetes or prediabetes. MedlinePlus notes that uncontrolled blood sugar can damage the small capillaries in the eyes, leading to diabetic retinopathy. Strawberries provide an easy, natural layer of defense.
On top of that, strawberries are loaded with vitamin C. Regular intake supports healthy circulation, and good circulation means steady oxygen delivery to the eye. What benefits the heart and arteries often benefits vision as well.
George, a 76-year-old retired school bus driver, struggled with dull colors and blurred text. Instead of taking away all his sweets, his doctor suggested adding just 5 or 6 fresh strawberries a day. 3 months later, George shared that he could read the numbers on his TV remote again, and his eyes didn't feel as dry. Small, steady changes made a visible difference. Do you think you could swap a cookie for a handful of strawberries a few times a week?
Choosing organic strawberries when possible may boost benefits even further, because plants grown without pesticides produce more allergic acid naturally. The good news is they're widely available, affordable, and easy to enjoy with breakfast or as a light snack.
Now that we've covered leafy greens, colorful vegetables, and strawberries, it's time to face the other side of the coin, the foods that silently harm your eyes and speed up vision loss.
Protecting your eyes isn't just about what you add to your diet. It's also about what you take out. And some of the most common foods on senior tables can quietly damage vision over time.
Soda is one of the worst offenders. Each can delivers a heavy dose of sugar that spikes blood glucose and harms the lining of fragile eye vessels. Over time, this damage triggers the growth of weak, leaky vessels that lead to swelling, bleeding, and distortion of vision. MedlinePlus warns that repeated blood sugar spikes are a major driver of diabetic retinopathy. Even diet soda isn't safe, since artificial sweeteners may disrupt gut and brain signals linked to eye health.
Ultra-processed foods are another hidden danger. Frozen dinners, packaged snacks, and fast food meals are loaded with refined oils, preservatives, and artificial colors. These ingredients raise inflammation, stiffen artery walls, and reduce oxygen flow to the eyes. The result is simple. Everything looks harder to read and less clear, almost like when your glasses are smudged. When Elaine, 68, cut back on microwave meals and started cooking simple roasted vegetables, her eyes felt less strained within 6 weeks.
Processed meats like bacon, salami, and deli slices also harm vision. They're filled with sodium and nitrates that restrict blood flow and stress the vascular system, including the vessels feeding the retina and optic nerve. The World Health Organization has even flagged these meats as dangerous for long-term health. The truth is, every time you skip soda, pass on processed meat, or replace packaged snacks with fresh food, you give your eyes a better chance to stay strong. And stay with me, because at the end of this video, I'll walk you through a simple daily plan you can copy right away.
You don't need a complicated diet or expensive supplements to protect your eyes. What matters is consistency with small choices each day. Start with breakfast. A bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh strawberries gives you ellagic acid, flavonoids, and vitamin C right at the start of your morning. If you enjoy eggs, add a side of sautéed spinach or kale for lutein and vitamin K.
For lunch, keep it simple with a salad. Add red bell peppers for vitamin C, shredded carrots for beta-carotene, and sliced tomatoes for lycopene. A drizzle of olive oil helps your body absorb these nutrients better.
Dinner can be as easy as roasted broccoli with garlic, paired with grilled chicken or fish. Broccoli brings sulforaphane, while the protein supports overall eye and muscle health. Snacks matter too. Swap chips or cookies for a handful of cherry tomatoes or a few fresh berries. Over time, these small steps build into real protection. Which of these meals feels easiest for you to try first this week? We started this video by asking about the struggles of reading the newspaper, driving at night, or seeing a loved one's face clearly. Now you know the 3 foods that science shows can make a difference: leafy greens, colorful vegetables, and strawberries. They're simple, affordable, and already in your grocery store.
I've seen men and women in their 70s and 80s regain confidence just by making these small changes. They told me they could read again without straining, walk outside without fear, and enjoy sharper colors. That's what I want for you, too.
You don't have to be perfect. You just need direction. And every choice you make helps protect your independence.
If this video gave you value, please give it a like. Share it with a friend or family member who's struggling with their vision. Comment below, are you Team Kale, Team Carrots, or Team Strawberries? And subscribe so you never miss practical ways to protect your health and stay independent.